This is my first ever YouTube video where I've done a piece to camera and also done voiceover. The first one I did was kind of more of a gallery, so me and my friend decided to take an adventure out to a place called Haylen Island, just to get a few shots. The weather kind of took a turn for us, and I did have some problems with one of my cameras and the film it created, but we will get into that later on in the video. So I lost quite a lot of the photos in regards to this. I shot on a multitude of cameras just because I'm learning still in regards to shooting film and the experiences of how and when to use certain types of film. I've definitely got my favourites, but we will get there, so let's get into this. At this point, I loaded up my Pentax MX with some Ilford HP5.
Yeah, I can't format this. There's also like photos on there that I haven't used yet that I like to look off, so I need to...
At this point, I loaded up the Pentax P30T with a colour film. It was Kodak Portra 800. However, I think I shot 3 photos on this roll, and by the time I've actually got the other photos back and started developing, it was pointless. Put some Kodak Color 200 in my Rolly point and shoot camera, which I did end up shooting, but lost the roll in development. I then loaded up my favourite camera, which was my medium format camera, Senza Bronica SQ. Don't judge how I loaded this. It's been a while since I shot any photography, especially with my medium format camera, so I ended up getting quite worried with loading this for my camera. go.
I don't want your love.
First photo done. It's pretty decent, turned out very well. Can't go wrong with a bit of Ilford HP5. It's one of probably the best and my favourite black and white films. This was okay. So at this point we started walking towards the town, see if we can get any shots over that side, and we were also going to walk further along over to the harbour end, which turned out to be a lot longer of a walk than what we realised, but we got some good photos out of it and I quite enjoyed the time out by the coast. I like this shot. It's nice. It reminds me of the times I used to go down here as a little kid and watching the train go up and down the railway up towards where the arcade and everything was. It just gives me my childhood sense of wonder. This was not the best photo I've taken. So at this point I was still shooting HP5. It's primarily in my Pentax MX. Did take some shots on a Canon L-Snappy macro point and shoot, and also on a Rolly point and shoot. So at this point, me and my friend were looking over this coastal marshland where the ocean comes in over the harbour sections. We were chatting nonsense. My friend was trying to work out a good shot, and I was just kind of taking a photo for the hopes of anything. It's okay. This one's better. I quite like these photos. These were over the other end of the harbour. As you can tell, this is where the development was quite off for some reason. So I have no idea what happened with these. I do a bit of both. Sometimes I do some home development, mainly with black and white photos, and then I also sometimes send off to a lab. I can only but imagine that unfortunately I used my lab box and I didn't use my Patterson tank, and the film got stuck on this and ripped, and then because of that it all got clumped together. Any thoughts would be really helpful. So yeah, these are what I was on about. I have no idea what happened. They must have not spooled correctly in the lab box. Still quite a unique and different effect, but I lost the majority of this roll. So that was fun. This is a strip of the negative, as you can see. I'll explain what happened. This is the full roll, well, cut off of one of the rolls. Yeah, as you can see, nothing came out of this. It developed, but nothing came out of it. And I think it's just where the film got stuck together on the reel when it's ripped off from the actual canister, when loading it into the lab box. I did get some photos out of it. Kind of was okay. These are some of the shots that I took on the Zenith Bronica on my medium format. There was only a couple. I didn't take loads. At this point, the weather really got really bad, and we were soaked and really couldn't be bothered to do anything else that day. Bearing in mind we had to travel back as well. So yeah. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. I thank you for taking the time to look at my work as well and what I've been starting to do. I plan on making more of these. I've filmed in a couple of other locations which I've got ready, and I've also got a video that I need to go through the footage and edit for a project that I've been working on with a couple of people. So the more I do, the better they will become. I'm learning,